Borough fans, hello and welcome back to another episode on season 7 on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Can you believe that it is episode 18? I was just thinking to myself before hitting record, my God, 18 episodes after 11 matches. A quarter of the season is now complete in our most important season. And actually, I think this is credit to the team that we have and credit to the season that we're having and the players and just this squad overall. We're not normally used to losing podcasts. This is only the second time that we have had to talk about a losing match on this season on the podcast. So this is a little bit different. And I'm going to still do it. We are second place. Say we are second place. We are second place. Say we are second place. Because now we are second. How are you, mate?
Just about recovered, I think, is the best way to put it. Another good night's kip tonight, and that should see me through. Yeah, I mean, I have seen the League One live video.
Oh no!
It's in the group chat. Just want to say one thing. You've beaten us in the game of football, Mr. Tong, but we're still second place and still have a game in hand at home with 100% record. So when we're on equal games, fair, then we can talk. But until then, not a lot. Also, if you're going to do the Jason Cundy's anyone's seen, can you at least do it correctly? Just throwing it out there, you know.
He did do it wrong, actually. I saw it. It's supposed to be, so when you do it, it's supposed to be reading off things that are connected. It would have been quite funny if he'd have done it properly, but he kind of messed it up. But yeah, lad, second place. We're still second. You know, you've got to lose a few games in the season. You know, it's going to happen. So yeah, you and Mr. Jake Tong in your little back and forths. Oh God!
Still second. What do you mean to say? Oh, we lost to Lincoln 1-0.
Yeah,
with Jasper Pattenden at right back. What do you want me to say?
Do you know what? Actually, obviously we lost the match on Saturday, right? And I think there was reasons to why we lost it. But I got to be honest, they're not the best team we've played.
No, I didn't sit there coming out of the ground going, fuck me, they're brilliant. I came out going, we were really bad. They were just bad. I don't think it was good. For the neutral, I would have gone, this is probably one of the worst games of football I could watch as a neutral fan.
Yeah,
it wasn't a game that made me sit there and go, oh my God, these are going to blow the league away.
Yeah, 100%. I spoke to my dad about it today. I put around his. And he said it, you know, it wasn't like we'd lost to a one of the best sides in the division. And I think, don't get me wrong, like Lincoln are regarded as one of the top teams at the minute. But yeah, I didn't think they were that good. I thought Huddersfield were better when we played them. And I thought there were a couple of other teams that we've played that I thought were better than Lincoln. But look, it's a tough place to go, and when you haven't got your full 11 available for the game, and there's certain players being played that probably should have been on the bench versus a side like Lincoln who have got absolutely everyone available, it's always going to be a difficult afternoon to go and get a result. And I think we saw that when the starting 11 come out, didn't we? But yeah, no, you are right about the banter. Banter with Mr. Jake Tong. I will say this: we are ahead of them in the table with a game in hand. So we're clear. That gap.
Mind that gap, Tongy. Mind that gap.
Yeah, there it is. All the Borough fans, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube or listening onto the Audibles. we had a brilliant little weekend, I thought. It was good fun, although we lost our second game. By the way, it's mad, isn't it, to think the last time that we lost was Huddersfield in the top of the table clash at the start, the 5th game. And we just played in our 11th game and lost for what's it been? 4 wins and a draw, I think, from the last 5. So crazy that we've only lost 2 in 11. But we had a cracking weekend though, Anne, didn't we? We had a really good night out in Lincoln. We're back to trebles. Not the success rate that was, that was hoped.
No.
That we'd hoped. But good night out. Went to the club, a few beers, I don't know what time we got in. 3:30, something like that.
I think it was more like 4:00, I'll be honest.
Oh my God. I've struggled. Today, I've really struggled at work. I felt it yesterday. Although I cannot believe I got up and did 6 miles yesterday morning. That's...
Oh, yeah. Because we were literally in a hotel and we were like, where's Farley? What's he doing? Like, where is he?
Were you panicking when I went back by like 20 past 11? What's going on here?
Yeah, I did start to wonder what was going on.
I ran past Sinsel Bank.
I hope you gave it the appropriate salute.
I did give it the middle finger. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely filthy, by the way. They don't tidy up after the match. It's not like what we do at the Lamex. Oh my God. I ran past. There was just clutter from half time left all over the floor. I was like, did they not tidy up after the matches or something? Ran past, 3 miles out, 3 miles back. And then we went in the middle. The journey back was horrendous, though. My God. It took like 3.5 hours because about the A1 was shut. Of course it was. But yeah, great night out, great weekend. It was good. Just bar the football, it was a good weekend. We had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
I feel like we should dive straight in and have a chat, get it out of the way. I feel like we've got a lot to talk about this game, actually. Many different avenues to talk about. We'll get straight into it. Obviously, we played in our 11th League One match of the 2025, so 26 Sky Bet League One season, the most important season to become a top half League One team. That's what it is, and the most important season to become a top half League One team, which we are achieving at the minute in second place with 25 points. We played away at Lincoln City in a top of the table clash on Saturday and lost our second loss of this season. We lost 1-0 to Lincoln City. Rob Street scoring in the 69th minutes with that kind of deflected strike off Goody into the top corner. The team lineups. Big discussion is for me and Anne tonight because we saw this in the fan zone area outside Sinsel Bank when the lineups were kind of released. And I didn't want to say concern, but when I saw the lineup, I thought it was going to be a really, really difficult afternoon for us. We went with the 4-2-3-1 that has been so successful for us this season. We played Philip Marshall. Jasper Pattenden started at right back in place of the injured Luther James Wilding. We spoke to Luther before the game. Luther had picked up a knock in training and wasn't available and wasn't fit enough in time to play. Hopefully, Luther will be back for the other top of the table clash we've got this Saturday. What a game against Bradford City. Making out the back line was Charlie Good. Cole Pigiani was back in at centre-back with Lewis Freestone at left-back. Jordan Allen and Harv made up the midfield with the Bez playing on the right. Dan Kemp, Chem Campbell and Ghassan Ahabme led the line in this one. On the bench, Tash Hammond, Dan Butler, Phoenix Patterson, Lewis Orford, Jamie Reid, Jordan Roberts, and Dan Sweeney made up the bench. The statistics in the 1-0 defeat to Luton. Luton, why do I keep calling Lincoln? Lincoln. We had 54% possession to Lincoln's 46. We had 4 shots to their 18. It says we had none on target, but we did because Kempe had 1 cleared off the line. I don't know how that one didn't go in. So I think these shots on target statistics are on. Lincoln only had 4 on target. We had 13 touches to Lincoln's 25 in the opposition box. There was only 3 corners in the whole match. Some distribution stats. Total passes, we made more. 377 to Lincoln's 318. Pass accuracy, we had better. 70% to Lincoln's 65. Backward passes, we made 53 to Lincoln's 40. Forward passes, we made 161 to Lincoln's 149. Total long balls, we made 79 to Lincoln's 82. Successful final third passes, we had 42 to Lincoln's 54. Total crosses in the match, we had 15 to Lincoln's 17. So the first thing that I want to speak about, and before we talk about the match, is the starting lineup. Now, when we looked at the starting lineup on Saturday, I don't want to say alarm bells were ringing because we have got unbelievable squad depth, and every single player that we have is a top level League One player. And it doesn't matter who plays in this squad, you still expect this squad to win matches. However, when you play the good sides of the division, and although I didn't think Lincoln were the best team that we've played, and to be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed in them because a lot of, and by the way, this isn't a dig at Jake. A lot of their fans have said they're a brilliant footballing side. I didn't see that at all. I thought they were a good team with some good players, but then they're not the best that we've played this season. And I thought the loss was probably down to our selection. And this is why I want to talk about this. Obviously, Luther Wilding was injured and Jasper Patterson had to go in. So that was just, but Besla Bala and Ghassan Ahadme started. Now, you could probably think that Ghassan played to kind of match the physicality and height of Lincoln. But I think against the real good sides of the division, you have to play your best players, right? And when I saw this lineup and I saw the Gas playing and I saw the Bez playing, I thought, wow, it's another game that Jordan Roberts has started on the bench. And Jordan has been absolutely wonderful the past few games. And I kind of felt earned his start in this game. Jordan's one of the most influential players. And in these games, you needed Jordan Roberts. Jamie Reid, although Reedy had played international football and might not have had the best prep in the world, really probably should have been playing in this game or at least come on earlier. Phoenix Patterson, as we know, top player, got bundles of ability, starting on the bench again. And although probably this wouldn't be your traditional Phoenix Patterson match, he's got so much ability and quality that he should be playing the game. Alarm bells for the starting 11, and I mean, we said it before, didn't we, that we not were concerned, but we weren't sure, were we, of that starting 11?
No, I think obviously when we spoke to Luther, we kind of had a feeling as soon as we saw Luther in the fan zone that Jasper would be playing and we didn't see him get off the coach. You sort of think, well, should be fine. But I mean, let's be honest, Jasper didn't have his finest game. And you can kind of see within that performance the rustiness of him having not played for a little while. You could see that he'd been out of touch and he wasn't ready for it and stuff.
It was his first start this season in the league. I don't
First,
think he's played Virtue in the League Cup, but
yeah. First league starts. You could see it took him the game to get up to the speed of the league. Bez, he's been good. He was good at Orient. Luton, he was okay. Didn't really set the world alight. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't mind playing the Bez in certain games, but when you're playing against sides that are big, physical, strong, that's who you're going for Jordan Roberts. I think Chen was fine on the other side, I'll be honest. I think that was probably the right decision because, again, against these sides, you need your wide players to track it back and do defensive work. And then, the Gas. But I can see why Rhodes has done it.
I mean, he had an all right game, I thought. I thought he did all right.
First half, I thought he was pretty good. And then he just started making silly errors.
Yeah.
Like running into Sonny Bradley, not very undiscreetly kind of thing, little things like that. And should he have lasted the amount of time he did? No. Should really have come on sooner? Yes. But in saying that, did we truly create a chance that we think if Jamie Reed's on the pitch, we score that? Probably not.
But this is
So
my point.
it's
Yeah.
it's half of one, half of the other with the Gas Reedy debate because we didn't really create anything that would have gone right. If Reed's on the pitch, he probably scores there.
Mm.
But how the fact that he wasn't on the pitch
Yeah.
kind of was like, right, well, we've got the gas, we just need to pump balls into the box, but we had no one else there with him to go and compete. So it's so difficult to actually talk about that debate.
And I'll add on to that as well. You know, let me ask you a question. When you've got Gas and Hadmay playing, right? If you've got Gas in that leading line, he's on his own. What kind of route to go and or style would we have with the? Where do you want the Gas? Like, say we've got the ball, where and we've got it in the final third. Where do you want the Gas?
In the box between the goalposts, 6 yard box area, penalty spot,
And
around
you
there.
want, where do you want the balls coming from?
Phoenix, Patterson, and Chem, or
Bingo.
Jordan,
So,
or
so
whoever.
you want the ball being delivered into the box. If you've got the Gas playing, you want to get the ball wide and you want to get the ball in the box. And we didn't do that in the game. That's where, if you're going to play the Gas, you're right about Chem. I actually thought Chem played quite well, and I thought he had a decent game given the game it was. But if you've got the Gas, you want Phoenix Patterson delivering balls in the box. You want Jordan Roberts delivering balls into the box. So I felt.
Sorry, just jump on there. Even if even if the balls are solely coming in from Phoenix Patterson's side, put Jordan Roberts in the box because his aerial ability is unbelievable as well.
Yeah. So I think when we saw the lineup to this, look, we know our squad and we know that we've got an unbelievable squad. The squad depth is the best, right? And we're very confident with every single player in this current squad for this season to play and win. But I kind of felt when we saw the lineup, we thought, oh, it's going to be a tough afternoon, this, because we obviously haven't got our best 11 out. And against the side who had everyone there, it was going to be a tough ordeal Saturday. And the game went like that, didn't it? I mean, we didn't get going from the start. I think Rev said, we weren't as intense as we normally are. I think if the best 11 would have been playing, I think that would have been completely different. And Lincoln started very, very well in the game and had a couple of kind of decent chances. But what I liked, and I think it goes to show how great this team is, that once we got through that 20-minute period, we started to play some really good football and get on the ball. And I think the one thing that we didn't do right on Saturday was we tried to play a direct game as well, right? And again, this is why I think the Gas was played. But I didn't think Lincoln were that good. And I think Lincoln, if you've got good players like we do, and you play good football and you move the ball, you can beat Lincoln City. You can beat that side. And for 20, 25 minutes, when we started to play a bit more football, we took over the game. And actually, Lincoln didn't really, for that kind of 25-minute period at the end of the first half, they didn't really get out their half, really. It was pretty much, I said to you, didn't I? I said, we're comfortable here. This 25-minute period, we're in control of this. We were starting to get balls into the box, a few more balls into the box. And we started having a bit more passages of play. So I thought that kind of that kind of 25-minute period at the end of the first half I was happy with. Second half again was similar. We had good moments, but again, I just felt that we weren't kind of allowed to be the way that we've been this season because we didn't have some of the best players starting. And I think it was really clear to me. And you could see what we were trying to do. We were trying to get to 75 minutes 0-0, and Revs was going to go Jordan Roberts, Phoenix Patterson, Jamie Reed, and try and win the game. But we conceded the goal, and it just he put Jordan and Phoenix on together, and then Reedy came on separately, and really the game was kind of gone by then, wasn't it? But there was a period where we did really well. But that was my takeaway from it, that Revs probably got a few positions wrong in that game. And again, look, I know the Bears played well. He did really well. I thought he was great at Orient. And yeah, I'm with you against Luton. I thought he was good that day, but he wasn't his best. I didn't think that was a game for Bez on Saturday, if I'm honest. It was a game made for Jordan Roberts. And I think you could clearly see that in the performance. I know what's going to come from you. I mean, I was saying it on the car on the way home about this game. Can you remember?
The referee.
Your right hands. What a bell end he was, eh? Oh my goodness.
How much time have you got?
I'm sure we can have a quick 3-minute ref rank, can't we? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's poor for both, but Jesus Lord.
That looked like a referee who was about 3 leagues out of his depth, maybe 4. He was
Handball, wasn't it?
atrocious.
Handball.
I mean, look, they come as a group in terms of the two linesmen, the fourth official, and the referee. How none of them saw the goalkeeper raise his arm out to the side and behind him to stop the ball going behind him, I don't know. The linesman can literally see it. The ref's watching it. How no one saw it, I flabbergasted. I can guarantee you now, if I went down Hampton and Richmond on Saturday and that happened, the ref would be like, shh. And they might have a fourth official occasionally, but that has got to be hands down one of the worst decisions. Now, you tell me if, for example, let's say, I don't know, Jordan Roberts. Jordan Roberts commits 7,000 a game, but his only booking comes when he mouths off the referee. What?
Well, Ben House, was it Ben House that we
He should never been on the pitch.
Yeah, we counted, he made 7 or 8 fouls, might have even been 8. And he got one booking from it and he kept fouling Jasper. And we were like, come on, ref, you need to card him. And he carded him on one of the last fouls. But 8 fouls committed, one booking. I mean,
the bit that tops it for me really was Jordan Roberts gets fouled. Jordan Roberts then gets up and basically says to the bloke, all right, calm it down, no need. Don't. Why are you trying to injure one of your opponents? Like, there's not really a call for that, And Jordan Roberts gets booked for his reaction by basically standing up for himself. I mean, and then at the end, we're attacking down their left-hand side, and you can clearly see, even where I was stood behind the dugouts, there is a foul, and the ref just went, no. But he was so whistle happy, he let the game. He had the game play, then stop, play, then stop. Let the game flow, and I say this every time. I have not paid my good hard-earned money to come and watch a man with a whistle, either an all black or a yellow fluorescent top, ruin my Saturday and make the game all about him. The game is about the two sets of 11 players that are wanting to win 3 points, not the man in the middle. You're there to facilitate it. You're there to facilitate the game happening. But if you want to make it all about you, go and do it somewhere else. And you know what really peeves me off? What will really get me? Howard Webb will come out and do this whole VAR conversation with Michael Owen on Sky Sports, and international breaks, that's when it happens. Does the EFL, and this is the whole of the EFL, from Championship down to League Two and below, do any of those decisions get looked at? No. Why? Because it's not big enough. Well, unfortunately for some, our teams play in these divisions, and they're the teams we support, and we deserve the same screen time and airtime that you might get with the bigger sides.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating because I'm sitting there going, please, Howard Webb, come out and look at this and talk to it on and explain it. Explain how he's made that decision, whether he's right or wrong or whatever. I don't care. Come out and explain it. But guess what? They won't, because it's little old Stevenage.
Yeah, it was a really shocking performance from the officials. I thought the linesman was just as bad. Lincoln were I mean, there was a lot of players that were diving on the floor. I mean, they. It's really weird, actually, because they had 3 penalty shouts. I mean, neither were penalties. I mean, even for the goal that we conceded, Pidge fell on the ball. It was never a foul. Luckily, he didn't give any of those. But yeah, he was absolutely shocking on Saturday, along with the lino on our side as well. I mean, even my dad thought they're both at the chances where they went through against Philip Marshall that my dad actually thought they were offside watching them back, and they do look it. But yeah, I think for me, my kind of view on this is thought we played the wrong 11 or played a few players that probably shouldn't have started. And because of that, we weren't good enough to get a result out of the match. And I think if you play Jordan Roberts, if you've got Jamie Reid on the pitch, if you've got Phoenix involved earlier, even with Luther Wilding missing, who, by the way, I thought you could clearly see the impact Luther has. And poor Jasper, I felt he struggled on Saturday. And I know that was his first start. For me, you could clearly see how dominant Luther is on that right-hand side, and Jasper just didn't give us that on Saturday to the same level that Luther does. And that's no, disrespect towards Jasper. It just shows you how great Luther Wilding is as a right-back. I think Luther's one of the best in the division, and that he was sorely missed Saturday. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, we had a chance. We had one cleared off the line. I didn't know how that one didn't go in personally from Kempe, and at least we had a moment in the match. But for me, I feel that the starting 11 probably it didn't allow us to get a result out this game. What I will say, 11 matches, 2 defeats, and they're 2 narrow defeats, both 1-0, both 2 of the good sides of the division. So it shows you how great we are. Our only 2 defeats have been narrow 1-0 defeats to 2 of the top teams. And Huddersfield, we were terrific in and deserved the point. And Saturday was probably our most disappointing performance of the season so far, but only lost it 1-0. So I think there's positives with that as well. I've got the fan reaction up in front of me from the 1-0 defeat on Saturday. Not a great reaction from our fans. So Lanaway said, played terrible, worst performance of the season, struggled to keep the ball and get a bloody pass together. I think that's a fair comment. I think we played the wrong way. I thought we just should have got the ball down a bit more. I think in the first 20 minutes, we were really direct. And I think the players saw after the first 20 minutes, you have to get the ball down and play it against that lot. And we did that. And we took control of the game in that last 25-minute period of the half. Alex said, no great shame in being edged out by an impressive Lincoln team, but creating nothing in the 20 minutes after the goal was a bit disappointing. Ben Culture said, shocking away, the lads, not good enough today. Dom said, shocking performance coupled with the wrong team selection and an awful ref performance for both teams. Stephen Pike said, our worst performance of the season versus comfortably one of the best teams we've played this season. It happens, it's frustrating. We go again next week. John said, typical 12:30 kickoff after an international break, stinker of a game by 2 sides playing so poorly and was always going to be decided by a scrappy goal either way. Throw in a terrible refereeing performance both teams and we got what we got. Move on. I think, excuse me, that was the kind of observation, evaluation from that 1-0 loss on Saturday, that both teams were probably not that great. I listened to what Jake said on the League One Live, and he said that he thought they battered us. I mean, they didn't batter us. I mean, a battering, you lose 3 or 4-0, don't you? I think they were obviously the better side in the match and deserved to win the game based on how we played. If we play the 11 that we should have played, we don't lose that game Saturday. Very, very simply. You can see that our full 11 against theirs in that starting 11, that we've got the better team, 1,000,000%. And we probably would have got, and that wouldn't have been a loss on Saturday. But I just felt the team selection probably cost us the result. I don't think that's massively Rez's fault, because you can see why he's played Gassan for the height element. But in hindsight, players like Jordan Roberts should be playing. Players like Jamie Reid. I mean, Jamie Reid's our top goal scorer. You play your top. I know he's just had international duty, but you play your top goal scorer in the top games. So the fact that Reedy come in, I mean, what did Reedy have? 10 minutes at the end. You're kind of asking for it because Reedy's our goal outlet. Gassan's not going to get you goals. He might get you one or two in certain games. He's not going to score you a lot of goals, Gassan. So you're asking the team defensively to be excellent for 90 minutes, to get yourself a result, which we are 9 times out of 10. But it's very difficult to do it in every game. And when you bring Reedy on with 10 minutes to go and, the game's closing up because of the fact they're 1-0 up, he probably got the 11 wrong. But look, we move on. We're second. We've got another huge game, and I've got goosebumps about this match this Saturday because it's second v third, and it's the biggest game of the season. I mean, let's make no bones about it on Saturday. Let's have a quick look at the league table. So at the minute, second place. And I'm so happy. So happy. Second. Like if someone would have said to you, Anne, right, a quarter of the season in would be second, you'd be buzzing, mate. I'd have been in tears if I'd have known that.
How many times have I heard I'll be in tears over the past 48 to 72 hours?
We are second place, so we are second place. I love it, Anne.
You're probably in tears when Luther came over and spoke to us, weren't you?
Oh my God, I nearly fainted. I love that man so much. I don't know if I nearly fainted because I thought, oh no, or fainted for the fact he was actually there. But we are.
No, what I will say actually quickly on that, the fact that do you know? I can't remember who I said it to. I'm sure I said it to somebody, but I can't remember who it was. What I really like about our squad and like League One players and League Two players in general, we've got so much time for fans. Like Luther didn't have to come over then, did he? But he came over and he made the effort to shake all our hands and have a quick chat with us. And he didn't have to do that, so fair play, because that means a lot to people like me and you and others that would have travelled. But look,
most certainly. I mean, that's the great thing about this squad. I mean, some of these players are legends of the club, and I think that's a great thing when you're supporting a team and within your team you've got already legends of the club, and that's what we do. But they're all such a nice bunch of lads, man. They're lovely. And my favourite group, my favourite team. I think they're great. So yeah, when Luther come over and had a chat, man, he's a top man, Luther. He's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. But Cardiff are top at the minute with 26 points. We are second place, 25 points. This is the exciting thing, and it goes Cardiff top 26, us second with 25 points. Bradford third with 25, Wimbledon fourth with 25, Stockport fifth with 25, Lincoln sixth with 24.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
You say it louder. Lincoln in sixth with 24. Huddersfield are down in eighth for 19. I mean, what a league. 26, 25, 25, 25, 25, 24. I mean, we've played the fewest games in the league. We've played 11. You've got other teams that have played 12 and 13. And it's this competitive. And I think this is the beauty about this division. This is the best league we've ever been a part of, I think. The fact that it's so open. And, normally with these divisions, you get a standout in the division. You get a standout that go right to the top and they stand out in the division early and you think, well, yeah, they're going to go on and win it. You ain't got that this season. It's open. You don't know who's going to be there. Teams like Luton, who were tipped to do really well, are having an appalling season. They lost again on the weekend, Jack Wilshere's first game. It's such an, you've got Huddersfield down there, 8th. They've lost, let's have a look, 4 games from 12. So it's such an open league. You look at the bottom 4, Blackpool are bottom with 9 points. Peterborough, Reading and Burton make up the bottom 4. So the league looks really exciting. And again, it's, it makes me unbelievably proud to see us in second place. But yeah, what do you make of it, mate? Kind of after 11, 12 and 30 matches for some, it's so open, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. And that's the beauty of this division, right? Like, you look at last year and you go, well, Birmingham, we're just going to run away with it. This year, you're sitting there going, well, Cardiff could, Huddersfield could, Stockport could, Bolton could, Luton could, and yet it's someone like us in second place, and I'm sitting there going, what are we doing up there? Like that's not in a horrible way, but no one in their predictions would have had us second after 12 or 13 or however many games, you know? And
Certainly.
that's a beautiful thing of the league, that we don't have a runaway winner, which is quite nice, which makes it more competitive and more like especially for me, because I can't go to every game, but it makes me want to go, right, I want to go to this game. I'm going to go to this game because it's so competitive, because you don't know if you're going to go up like 10 points or to like go down a few places, up a few places. You don't know what's going to happen. And
Mm.
that's what the beauty of football is for me. And that's I just love it.
I'm really proud that we are second because, I remember when we started this journey in the summer, it was the start of a new journey to become a top half League One team consistently for the next few seasons. And I remember when we created this team and we kept the originals and we signed those top level League One players, culminating and creating a top half League One team. And it's so nice to see us there because we believe we would. We believe that we could be that high in the division. Obviously, when you see the team top, and we've been top like 8 times, I think, this season. It's ridiculous. But I really believe in our squad, and I've said on multiple platforms, I don't think we're going anywhere. I think when you look at the results, the performances, 11 matches, 8 wins, just 2 defeats. They're narrow defeats, both 1-0s against 2 other top sides. We've beaten pretty much every side that we've played in the bottom 14. We've won every single home match in all competitions. Yeah, the level that we've been playing at. I know we didn't see it against Lincoln Saturday because we probably started with the wrong 11, and I think that probably cost us the game. But for 10 of the for the other 10 matches that we've played, we've seen the level that we've been able to play, and we know that we're one of the best sides in the division at the minute. So for me, it's really, really proud to see. I think in terms of League One, look, it's so open. I mean, Cardiff at one point are down in 4th, they're now 1st. We're still in 2nd. I mean, we haven't even been out the top 5 the whole season. You got Bradford, who are there in 3rd. Wimbledon again. What a season! I think Wimbledon are unbeaten in the last 6. They've won. What have they won? They've won 5 out of 6. Wimbledon. They're flying. I mean, it's a fabulous division. I was going to ask you, have you got a standout at the minute? But I mean, you can't really choose one at the minute, can you? Because I just feel like there isn't one team that I look at and go, they're the best team in the division. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't sit there and we've
But
played
maybe
Huddersfield.
us. Maybe us.
Well, the thing is, we've played like Huddersfield, we've played Lincoln, and we've played Luton,
Well, I
who
will
are supposed.
say we have played only 11 matches as well. We've got that game in hand.
Yeah, I think it's.
So,
I guess if you were to ask me for a standout, that's maybe someone that probably I'm surprised where they are. I'd say Wimbledon.
yeah, we've got the same again. We've played 2 fewer games than they have, but we've got the same wins at the minute.
Yeah, but I think you look through who they have beaten
Mm.
and you go, okay, fair play. You go, yeah, you're wanting to become a proper side here now, and you want to do what it's almost like they want to do what we've done
Mm.
and follow like that momentum and footsteps, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if someone would have said to you back in July when the preparation started that after a quarter of the season had been complete, that the top 6 would be Cardiff, us, Bradford, Wimbledon, Stockport, Lincoln, you probably would have been like, "What? You've got us, Bradford, and Wimbledon in the top
Yeah,
6?" I mean, it's just. I mean, I had Wimbledon to finish bottom. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely.
there's still a long way to go. still a long way to go. I think it's hard to. I think when you get a bit more into the season, and if Wimbledon maintain their form, then yeah, they're going to be the one that you're all going to sit there and go, wow, okay,
Mm.
and pay attention to, I guess. But it's like I say, it's still early, and they might drop off, they might not. We don't know.
The results from Saturday, I'm really quickly going to run through them. Obviously, Huddersfield lost to Bolton 2-1 on that Thursday. What a game that was. Bolton scoring the last two, or the two goals to win it in the last minute. Obviously, we lost 1-0 to Lincoln. Peterborough beat Burton 1-0. It was 1-1 between Blackpool and Wickham, 2-2 between Bradford and Barnsley, where the geezer scored like the unbelievable goal. Did you see that from like the halfway line?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Reyes Cleary, I think he was called. Great goal. Cardiff beating Reading 2-1, Northampton beating Doncaster 2-1, Mansfield beating Luton 2-0, Wimbledon beating Plymouth 2-1, Rotherham beating Orient 1-0, Stockport beating Exeter 1-0, and Wigan beating Port Vale 1-0. There is a game tomorrow night, Reading and Northampton, and then Thursday is Exeter Plymouth. Wow, local derby on Thursday night before the games on Saturday. We're quickly going to run through the games. What a game, man. Can't wait to talk about it. As we know, we are playing in a second v third match on Saturday at home against Bradford City. What an unbelievable game of football, and a bigger game than I think it was originally before, now that we've had a loss. Bolton v Cardiff is the early kickoff. Mansfield v Wigan is the other early kickoff. Wimbledon v Burton. Barnsley v Rotherham. Orient v Lincoln. I mean, and are the football gods going to repay us on Saturday?
I've never liked Rich Wellens more. I think he's a fantastic bloke. Don Bollard, Aaron Connolly, whew, exceptional strikers. Never seen the like in this league.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? You know.
They'll lose something like 1-0 or something, like some sort of nonsense goal or whatever.
After the stick that we took on the weekend from Jake Toggan, it was a lot of stick. We got a lot of stick on the weekend. Isn't football a funny game where I said to you boys, just wait 1 week. I bet you any money we're sitting here with a brilliant result against Bradford to either go back top or stay second. And they've just been beaten by Leighton Orient, don't we? It's a funny old game.
Tough place to go. All due respect, it is actually a tough place to go.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, we know firsthand, don't we? To be fair.
Like even when we went there and we to go down and to come back in that game took a lot of character and at the end to hold on when you've got all four sides of the ground willing their team forward to try go and get a winner or equaliser.
Yep. Yeah, it's a
It
tough.
won't be easy. It will not be easy. People are underestimating it because they've not had a great start. But I'm telling you.
And again, Lincoln weren't the best side we've seen this season, so they could easily drop points at Orient. Northampton v Luton, Peterborough, Blackpool, Reading, Doncaster, and Wickham v Huddersfield of the games. And then on Monday, it's Port Vale v Stockport, which is on Monday. We've got a game tomorrow.
It's the under-21s and the Virtue.
We do. So what do we need? A point to finish top, I think, don't we? I think I was reading earlier because we've already qualified for the knockout.
I don't think it really makes a difference, does it?
Not really, probably not. I mean, if we draw, we get penalties and win an extra point there anyway, can't we? So
get the Bez in, let him play.
Yeah. Well, look, it's an important match. Look, I think for this squad, when you lose a game, as we've seen this season when we lost to Huddersfield, we went and won 4 out of 5. So it's all about how you respond with this squad. This squad are that good. You don't want to see this squad lose 2 games, 3 games in a row. So, and they won't, I don't think. But important game. I think, again, it's another match that can be used to get those fringe players minutes. I think as we saw against Lincoln on Saturday, those fringe players do need minutes in this competition because, when they're needed in the division, they have to play to the level that we want, which is the top part of League One. That's what we've created this season. So, hopefully the Jovans can get a game. Hopefully Youngie might be back. Hopefully Lewis Orford can play. Gas gets more minutes. Jasper Patterson gets another game. Sweens comes in and gets a game because he wasn't kept in on Saturday. Dan Butler gets a game in the bag. So yeah, important one tomorrow night. Want to win? It's at home. We've won all our games in all competitions at home. I'm excited for it tomorrow night against Palace under-21s. Are you making the trip tomorrow? Or is it a bit too early of a kick?
I'm off to Belfast tomorrow morning, so
Oh, you're going to Belfast?
yeah, I'm off to go and see my dad for a few days.
We need to do at some point when Reedy plays at Windsor Park. We need to go and see your dad and get tickets to the game. Surely, right? Go support Reedy.
I'm sure Reedy or Jay could sort of help organise that.
Pretty sure Jay said to me that time he could get us tickets. Surely.
Yeah, like obviously it depends when it is, and if it's on a weekend, and yeah, I'll be 100% down for that.
That'd be elite, wouldn't it? Where our Stevenage Football Club blue stripe jollers get a picture. We got to do it.
Yeah,
So when is the next international break? It's when we play Bolton, isn't it?
November time, isn't it?
Yeah. Who do they play?
So we have a quick look.
Yeah, I bet you it won't be a Saturday though, will it? It'll be like a Friday or a Monday when they always play on Fridays or Mondays.
17th of November, which is
What is that?
a Monday, but I'll have work, so I won't be able to do it, which is
Oh, for
very frustrating.
goodness sake. When's their other game?
The 14th, but that's in Slovakia.
Oh, it's a Friday. It's the day before. See what I mean? They never play it on the Saturday. It's so annoying.
No.
It's on the international break. It stops the football. They don't even blooming play on the day that you're playing.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Annoying. I was happy today. Can we just address something? Dan Kemp, 2028.
It's a statement. That's a real statement that he's obviously happy, believes in what's going on in the club, can see the future. Big statement.
Big.
And I
It's a key.
and also I also think it's kind of one of those things that now that he's got that big contract extension, if a bigger club comes in, they're gonna have to spend a lot of money to buy him out of that contract. So yeah.
Well, this is the thing for me. First of all, for the people that don't know, I'm pretty sure you do know, Dan Kemp has signed a contract extension, which keeps him at the club till June 2028. So that is nearly a 3-year extension. Nearly, I mean, what is that? Two and a half, just over 2.5 years. I mean, that is a big old contract extension. So I think what that says is it says, we talk about these next few years where we are becoming this season a top half League One team. And I think that confirms that we want to keep this group and just keep adding to it and keep improving it season on season over these next few seasons. Statement of where we want to be. But more importantly as well, it does put a price tag on his head. And if there is that, situation where a championship club come in for him, which I think could potentially happen over the next year, we get a lovely pay packet for it. So I think it's the right decision. It's so intelligent from Phil Wallace and, to get him tied down. And equally, if that doesn't happen, we've got him to 2028 and he's a big player, Kempy. So over the moon with that. I mean, I think it shows you what we are trying to become when you keep your best players, your Pidgeys, your Jordan Roberts, your Jamie Reeds, your Dan Kemps, Charlie Goods will be next. It's so important to keep that bulk of your side. Jordan Houghton will hopefully be the same in a year, 2 years. You want to keep, it's like you've got an organization, and to keep your work going, you need to keep extending contracts with clients. And it's the same thing. It's, extending a contract of someone that is of the level of player that we need to be in the position that we are in the division. So over the moon for Kempy, really happy that he's got it done, and that we've got Dan Kemp to 2028, an extended contract. Huge news. Here we are, top of the table football. Again this Saturday. What an effing game of football. I am so excited, just for many reasons, to see us playing a second v third match in our 12th League One game, in League One this season. But it is a massive game because we have lost against Lincoln and we want to respond. And I think the big thing about this is not like we're responding against a Wickham, which we did when we lost to Huddersfield. We're responding up against a Bradford who have been in the top 3 the whole season. So this is massive. We need a result to respond after a loss. But other than Luton, it would be a result properly for the first time against one of the top teams in the division at the minute. Because other than Luton, we haven't got that standout win against one of the top teams or results just yet. Again, I think Luton is, but Luton aren't up there at the minute. We play Bradford City at home in a second v third match this Saturday at the Lamex in our 12th League One match of this most important season. What a game of football. What a game. Oh, so excited, Anne. Wow. What an absolute cracking one this is going to be. Look, we know us at home, 100% home record, won all of our matches. We know Bradford are a top team. When you have a look at the division and you see us in second place with 25 points, they're in third place with 25 points. We've got 8 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. They've got 7 wins, 4 draws, and just 1 defeat. They've actually lost fewer games than we have. We've scored 17 goals and conceded 9. They've scored 22, but conceded 15. What are we making of this, And? I mean, I think the one thing that Alex Avell needs to do Saturday is play the best players. We've just said it. You've got to play your best players against your top teams in the division, which Bradford are. We would expect to see Jordan Roberts start. We would expect to see Jamie Reid back in the team. We would expect to see Phoenix Patterson potentially have a good shot at starting in this game, maybe. Hopefully Luther's back. I mean, what are we making of this unbelievable game that we've got on Saturday?
Yeah, it's huge. What do I think? I think we can win. I think we can win. I think we have to play the right style of football to win the game. I don't think against Bradford lumping it long is going to necessarily work to an extent. I think we need to get the ball down, get Harvey on the ball, get him dictating the play, get Kempy in the right little pockets of space in the final third. I think that's what's going to win us the game. I think Chem Campbell could be huge in this game. I think Jordan Roberts needs to play. Hopefully Luther's fit enough to play. It's going to be tough, but I think, look, obviously Bradford had this incredible start. Do I think we can nullify that with the experience we've got and the level of players we've got? Yeah. And do I think we can ultimately get a result from the game? Yes, I think we can. I think we can get a win. I think it's going to be similar to the Luton game. I think the first half's going to be pretty edgy. But as soon as we have figured them out, then I think we can, go and get 2 or 3 goals.
Looking at Bradford, they played a 3-4-2-1 against Barnsley on the weekend when they drew 2-2. So they do like to play that kind of 3 at the back.
Needed 2. One of them give it to the bloke, he eat him off for him. So yeah, I think it'll be tough, but I think we can go and I think we can get the win.
Sorry, Ange, you cut out there. I'm not sure what happened. Can you hear me? Right?
Yeah, I've got you.
Sorry, but I don't know what happened there. I was just saying, I think, look, they play a 3-4-2-1, Bradford. They play 3 at the back. I think this team selection for us is absolutely vital. Jordan Roberts has to be playing in these matches. He has to be playing in general, in my opinion. And again, it's difficult when you've got the squad depth that we've got. He's got massive competition, but Jordan Roberts is a big time player. And in your big matches, you need players like Jordan Roberts. They step up every time. The quality he has on the ball. He keeps the ball well. He gets you into certain areas. He'll pick up the ball in a certain area of the pitch and get you to another space really quickly. He can score goals. He can contribute. So You know, he's a big, big part, and he's a physical lad, Jordan Roberts, as well. And against the Bradford team, when you look at the side, strong side, we're going to need to play those players. So for me, Revs has got to get the selection right. We know Harv and Jordan are going to be in the middle together. Again, Dan Phillips would be a good player to have for this game as well. Again, we forgot to mention, another player that missed Lincoln. I mean, a big player, Dan Phillips, wasn't there against Lincoln. So he's a good shout potentially for this game, but I know that it'll be Jordan Harv. Hopefully Luther's back in. I think we're going to need Luther's athleticism and his strength at the back. But I think, Jordan Roberts needs to play. Jamie Reid needs to go back into the starting 11 Saturday. And do you know what I want to see Saturday? I want to see some good football as well. We didn't play our game at Lincoln. We weren't able to because we probably didn't play the right 11 to start. And we saw a product of that. So I want us to get the ball down in that final third, play through the lines, get into the pockets of space, move the ball from one area to the pitch to the other to try and create that crossing opportunity. Really press high, be intense from the start, as Rev said. And I think we can beat Bradford at home. I think the squad we've got, when we play at home, we can beat any team in this division. We are the best team at home at the minute. And I know Bradford hardly too. But I'm excited to see how we play. I'm excited to see how we respond. I'll be honest, and I take a point. I think it's just about getting a result in this match. What we don't want to do is we don't want to lose back-to-back matches. Not for this squad. You always want to make sure that you respond with a result. It's massive for the team. And again, we've beaten Luton, but other than Luton, we haven't had that statement result against one of the top teams. So it'll be the first time that we have that this season. So massive game. Should be a big, big crowd there on Saturday. Bradford have sold out. And what a game it's going to be. You're there, aren't you, in the terrace?
Yeah, I'm in the East Saturday.
Absolutely lovely. My brother's coming Saturday. He's there. That's what top of the table football does, and
it attracts everybody.
Attracts fans, it attracts everyone. So excited for it. Mate, score prediction. 2-1. I don't know. 2-1. I'm thinking 2-1, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. I like that. Jamie Reid needs a goal. He needs one, really, doesn't he? He hasn't had a goal for a. When was the last time Reid scored? Port Vale? Was it not at Port Vale? I think it was.
Yeah, it was Port Vale.
Needs a goal, really. Hopefully this is a game that Jamie Reid will go and get a goal in. But should be a cracking occasion, and we can't wait for it. I think we've covered it all, Anne. Have we gone? Have I missed anything?
No, we've covered it all.
Covered it all. Actually, there is something I will mention, actually. We are at the Broadhall Way show on Saturday. I do believe that we've been invited to host a live podcast with Drakkers and a few other people at the Mutual pub after the match. So if you're doing nothing after the game on Saturday, come and watch the live podcast. I do believe there is a quiz as well. We need your stats for this, and we just need you on the stats part of the quiz.
I don't know if I can make it, unfortunately.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll have to see on the day if I can get there.
We'll see. It should be good fun. It should be good fun. To be fair, I don't think I can stay late either. I think I can only stay for about an hour. But it should be good. Get yourself down to it, guys. The old Mutual pub straight after the game. We will be chatting about this season and the match, and then going straight into the quiz. So get yourself down to the live show. Come and support Lou's thing. That would be greatly appreciated. We have got, I think, a special episode coming next week with Berkeley. Is it Egenis of Jola? I have no idea how to pronounce his second name. Berkeley.
Good luck.
Yeah, Berkeley, who's the CEO of Jola. I do believe we've got Berkeley coming on the podcast. It's been something that we've had in the works for a long, long time. So that should be happening this week. And hopefully we will be doing a match preview episode with someone from Bradford City's podcast. So hopefully that will be coming this week. I think me and Ant have absolutely covered it. This podcast was going to be titled Thieving the Bank, but we never got that chance, and we never got that opportunity.
Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I've struggled all day at uni to try and keep my eyes open. I am knackered.
Yeah, mate, I'm struggling too. I'm parked. Literally, I'm parked, mate. And thanks for popping on again, mate. It's going to be good fun. Fingers crossed this week we get some results, winning the EFL trophy, and then, get a result against Bradford in the big one next week. Bro, thanks. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've watched on YouTube, thank you again, guys. Go and give us a like, follow, and a subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you if you have listened to all the Audible, Spotify, etc. We love you guys. Go and give us a follow on Twitter if you have not either at TSFC Podcast. And stay tuned for all the content over this week. There's going to be quite a lot because we are second in the division. What a game against Bradford City. Get yourself down to Lamex Saturday. It's going to be an unbelievable game of football and to see this team play in. We will be back again with a match preview episode this week, and then we'll be back next Sunday reacting to hopefully that unbelievable result in our 12th League One match against Bradford City. And then we will be looking ahead to the FA Cup. As we know, Chesterfield at home is the team that we have drawn, which will be the following weekend. Guys, have a lovely week. Stay tuned for all the content. Hope you have a brilliant week at work, and we will see you for the big game this week. At this time, as always, guys, you have been listening to Season 7, episode number 18 on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Have a great week, guys.